Yo, what up, y'all, man? I'm just gonna dive right into it, man, because you already know Black Panther is out, man, and it's on the rise. And we already know the Avengers game have had its ups and downs with the characters. Now they just added, I think, Jean from Thor, and there were talks about adding Winter Soldier update coming, but I don't know. Some people saying that they might do it, they might not do it. You know, I don't know who to really blame on adding characters and not adding characters. You know what I'm saying? Because from my understanding, Avengers is supposed to be just as big as Spider-Man. I'm just saying, like, if you really think about how many characters there are, how good the movie does, you would look at, okay, well, man, I would really think the Avengers would be popping like Spider-Man, Batman, you know what I'm saying? Gotham Knights, you know, you would put it up there in that category. You wouldn't think an Avenger game could be dying or not as popping or popular as it's supposed to be. Because I don't even know what they consider a game dying. Do everybody just write the game off? Do the studio just kill it? You know, kill it off and say, well, you know, we're gonna start over, or we're gonna make a new update, or we're gonna patch it, or we're gonna do add-ons, or we're gonna change the mechanics, the interface, because this game is hard to level up on. It's characters that was not added on Xbox and PC and cloud gaming, which should have been Spider-Man. And the reason why I say that Spider-Man should have been added, due to the fact that Spider-Man is on Android games. Yeah, that's right. They got, I forgot the little Marvel superhero games that comes to Android, but they add Spider-Man on there. So how can Spider-Man be locked down to one plastic box when they're adding it to mobile devices? So you just don't want Xbox, Nintendo, PC, and cloud gaming to really be able to have Spider-Man so it can boost their revenue, boost their bag up, you know, boost their popularity up, so that everybody have to, when you want to play basically a Spider-Man game, you basically have to buy a PS5 or PC now. Only due to now though. This ain't been going on. I'm talking about before all of this went down, before Spider-Man started really coming to PC, and you can play it on PlayStation Plus Premium, or you can buy it on Steam and Epic and all of that. This is before those days. You know, it was locked down, and now Sony seen that they were losing so much money because the game is going to eventually flatline and die out. Like, nobody's going to, after a game gets like 2 years old, I mean, it's pretty much done flatline by then. Everybody done moved on to something else, especially if it's a one and done game. It don't have you know, like a multiplayer, you know, you don't have no longevity on the game without multiplayer. That's why people can continue to play GTA 5 forever and a day. All of the Call of Duties that's on multiplayer, these games can live on forever because they're multiplayer games. Not saying that a single player game or a story driven walking simulator AAA banger can't live on, but the rate that it's going to continue to sell and have a big huge fan base on there, I think they dropped the ball by not bringing Spider-Man, because that one character alone could have brought this game back up to balance. I don't think it would have been dying off like they say, right? And being that, another thing, being that Black Panther just came out, why Siri's not on here, why Killmonger's not on here, Neymar, all these characters should be just flooding, you know, just diving on Marvel's Avengers game. All of these characters, look, every She-Hulk should be on there. Falcon, Winter Soldier. Now, I heard that they were supposed to have a Winter Soldier update. Have we seen Winter Soldier yet? No. You know, we ain't seen Winter Soldier yet. Should we be expecting him to come? I don't know, man, to be honest, because this is a single player co-op type multiplayer game. You know, so it is a fun game, don't get me wrong, it is a very fun game, but the mechanics and leveling up is just so confusing. Like, it's like they tried to make a Souls game out of a superhero game. You can't make a Elden Rings out of Marvel Avengers. Square Enix is so caught up on Final Fantasy, and they tried to mold it together with a superhero game, and it just didn't go. Now we can all agree, I really think Guardian of the Galaxy was better. in form of single player mode. Because you know why? They use the main character. That's why. That I felt like, I'm not saying that Miss Marvel is a bad character and she should be wrote off. Nobody should support that character. My whole thing is, I'm just trying to make a point. I don't feel like Miss Marvel should have been the star character in this game. It should have been Captain America, Black Widow, Iron Man, Thor. You know, you should have been able to pick your own superhero. Even better if you would have been able to create your own superhero. That would have been better than starting us out with a hero that I never heard of. I never knew of Miss Marvel. I know of Captain Marvel, but Miss Marvel just kind of threw me off because I was like, wait, who is this? How can it be an Avenger game and you're trying to make a superhero fan be a character? Which is, it could be cool, but then again, it's not. You know, so it's like, it's 50-50 with that. Now, if you would have created your own superhero and became your own superhero, you could add features like Captain America to your character. You can add all his the takedowns, and you can add his shield. Your own customized character would have been way better than Miss Marvel. And it shouldn't have took fans across the world to let Square Enix, and I think, is it Crystal Dynamics? Like I said again, I don't know who's responsible for this. I don't know who to really blame, because nobody after the game lost what, 60 to 100 million. I don't know how many millions of dollars that they lost, right? But we really don't know who to blame, bro. We don't know who to blame, and being that nobody wants to take the blame, they're just gonna let this game continue to die down. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, well, you have the biggest Marvel superheroes that this game ain't even that old. They can still continue to make this game better. All they have to do is just do add-ons and DLCs. Add everybody's favorite character. Continue to promote this game. This game can take off. You can bring this game back alive, but they don't want to do it because they're like, man, we're losing out. We're losing too much money to even keep making characters and doing DLCs and add-ons and skins. They don't even want to make skins like that. Like, this game should be updated weekly. It should be like bro, this game should be better than Fortnite on updates. You see how many updates? You see how many Marvel characters and everything be coming to Fortnite? Like, how are you letting Fortnite outdo a Marvel game? What kind of it should not take content creators, the gaming industry, the media, you know, the bloggers, the vloggers, the press. It should not take everybody to basically give these studios and creators and developers all these great ideas, and they're not taking them and basically putting them in the game, man. Like, how are you not doing that? Like, okay, Black Panther, every character on Black Panther right now, they're one of the biggest movies, you know, across the map. One of the biggest movies, and those characters are not on the game. They're not even announced. They ain't even announced putting Siri on here, Neymar, or is it Ironheart? Ironheart should be on here. What is going on, man? How are we Killmonger? That would, man, listen, man, bro. If you really think the bigger picture, how you can promote this, we have platforms. They don't even have to spend that much money into promoting. All you have to do is get Marvel to promote it. Just as Marvel is your game. Every character comes out, just broadcast it. Marvel's Avengers, a new DLC came out, new skins coming out. Just hype the game up. Like, don't just let our favorite superheroes in the game die off, you know, unless you plan on making the part 2, which is, I don't even think they even want to do it now. See, this is the problem with superhero games. When they're not made right, they're not taking off, they're not getting the hype like Spider-Man and Batman, you know. And then they come out, then they mess up Gotham Knights with the 30 FPS. Oh, we can't do it. We can't change them again. We got to go back in. We got to patch the game. They're gonna bring out a broken game. It took us 5 to 7 years to develop this game. Like, bro, come on, bro. We can't have these hiccups. We can't have these mistakes. They cannot continue to drop the ball on superhero games like that. They're just not going to want to make them. This is why EA is thinking about. I think they're coming out with an Iron Man game. I'm pretty sure it's going to be multi-plat. I ain't really seen EA like to do too many exclusive games like Square Enix, Capcom. You know, people like Spider-Man, Insomniac, Naughty Dog, you know, Santa Monica. They ain't really known for doing exclusive games like that. You know, and it's just sad that we gotta sit back and watch this disaster. Like, bro, who wants to sit here and watch their favorite superheroes game die down? But everybody's bragging about Gotham Knights. Everybody's bragging about old Batman games, Arkham series, Spider-Man games. They're talking about other games. They're talking about another Marvel game is about. Did it come out yet? Midnight Suns or something like that. They just wrote Avengers off, bro. That's how disgusted they are of this game. Like the community, they just do not like this game. I like it. I'm a fan of it because I love playing with the characters. I think it is a very fun game. Is it repetitive? Yes. Is it hard to matchmaking? Now, matchmaking is another issue. It is so hard to connect multiplayer on this game. That is another failed option. They shouldn't have never made it that difficult. Once you dive into multiplayer, you should automatically be being connected with people, kind of like 2K, Madden, you know, things like that. You know, Call of Duty, you should have hundreds of people being able to connect. That's what another thing I think that killed this game off, because of how the options and the interface and the display is laid out on this game. Is so difficult. It's like when you're trying to find a game, you're like, what's going on? I'm so confused, bro. How do I even find the way you find the maps, how you gotta look for stuff, search for stuff. Everything is a mystery and a puzzle on this game. It's like, these Decepticons ruin a classic, a legendary game. How do you mess up a superhero game, bro? Like, I don't know. Like, how do you drop the ball on these things? Should be so simple. It should be ABC. It would just like be so much easier if they just changed the whole game around. Like, how you play? Just mush everything together so it'd be so much more simpler to find maps and to find people to play with. Just change the game, update the game, man. It'll make it so much better. And add Spider-Man on PC. Like hype the game up. I know they got a new Cyberpunk Spider-Man coming out, you know, or he's gonna be part of Spider-Verse with I think Miles Morales on the next, I think, Miles Morales movie or something like that. So add Miles Morales. As a matter of fact, add Miles Morales on there. Just hype the game up, bro. Like, just do something, add new maps. You know, a lot of people were asking, are they gonna add a DLC on there for Spider-Man version? You know, completely add New York City or whatever. You know, kind of like a Insomniac, and have them fight through that. But I really think that's off the table. I don't even think they're considering nothing like that. And it's crazy because everyone knows these characters. And another thing I like to touch on, none of these characters look like the people that we're used to in the movie. Nobody looked like Captain America. Nobody looked like Thor, Black Widow, the Hulk. Now Miss Marvel, I don't know, she's optional. First of all, her powers don't even work like the TV show. The TV show, she looks like the Fantastic Four Stretch Armstrong dude on the game, but on the show she have powers that stretches her arm out. So it's not her actual arm stretching out, it's her powers. And that's what I thought was cool on the show, but I was like, why did they make her look like Stretch Armstrong on the game? That was the part that threw me off, because it made the game look so cartoony and so just comical. Like, it made it phony to me. It didn't make the game, it took the seriousness out of the game when she did that, because I was like, nobody's known like this. Who is this character? I never played with that character, by the way. I just never, it's just the way they should have. I think they should have updated her character. They should have really updated her character. Being that her TV show came out, they really should have worked on her character and made her character the same exact way that they did her TV show. And first of all, they should have brought out the TV show before they brought out the game. It would have made more sense to people. So when they dive into the game, you ain't even playing with Black Widow, Captain America. You playing with Miss Marvel? What? Oh my goodness, bro. That was the biggest fail in gaming history. Like, that was the biggest superhero gaming fail ever. Who thought of that? Like, who thought, oh, we're gonna use a kid to be a fan of superheroes and make them the star of the game, make them the superhero, somehow mold them into being the superhero of the game. And oh my goodness, it was just, it wasn't a bad storyline. It was just the character that you were using. It wasn't believable. So I don't know, man. I don't know. For people that want to try the game out, it is still a good game. I just don't think it's a great game because there's so many bugs and there's so many glitches. There's so many things that they could do better on this game. And they're not. I just don't see it happening, y'all. I really don't see it happening. I think this game is just gonna flatline, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And that's sad because we got so many superheroes that can be added on this game. Tons and tons of, even comic book superheroes can go in this game just to have fun with the game. It could be doing the same thing. They can do the same thing like Fortnite, but they choose not to. I don't know, man, but I'm gonna leave it right there, man. Make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you guys can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest news out here in these gaming streets. And if you like to check out my merch, my clothing, or rent games, order games, or buy games, just click the links down below in the description. Thank you. Peace.